now the next thing is actually interactive actions. Okay, so this part will only be able to see when we have created a specific dashboard. Okay, we can do a lot of things with the dashboard. So this is these actions: filter, highlight, go to URL, go to sheet, change parameter, and change set values. All these things will work when we create a dashboard. So I'll try to create a very simple dashboard and then try to highlight all of these things after some time. Let me first complete the remaining concepts which are essential to create a dashboard. Okay. Now, so this is the explanation of what are these different things can do. So we'll see each of them one by one. Now, next one is the marks card. Okay. So the marks card option actually is the most powerful tool that Tableau provides. Okay. You can use color option to change the colors. Now, the basic definition of each of the component of marks card, I will tell you. Okay. First one is color. Second one is size. Third one is label. Fourth one is detail. Fifth one is tooltip. Sixth one is shape. Okay. Now, we'll go ahead. Now, if you want to change, the first thing you will see here is, okay, that this option is basically to determine which kind of graph you will use. Okay, what generally it is set to automatic. So you can change the color of the graph. You can change the shape of the graph or which type of graph it is represented. You can change that, okay, using this automatic option. So generally what happens is whenever you are dragging into the rows and columns part, whatever types of fields you want to drag, Tableau will automatically generate on the basis of prediction. It will automatically generate which is the most correct visualization for that particular column values, okay, columns and rows. But in case if you want certain different types of visualization, then you can go to the automatic part and then you will then you can go to the automatic part and then choose something else. Okay, if you have good command over how to work with the marks card, okay, that's one of the most important things for Tableau, for a Tableau visualization developer, that once you have clear understanding of how to work with this part, then you can do a lot of things. Now, so we'll see all of these things in detail now. Okay, so they have not actually explained you much. Hierarchy we did in the last class, right? When we were working on with sets. So we'll do this. Okay, hierarchy we have already done. How to create folders in Tableau. So before creating folders, we will see the usage of marks card. Okay, now that is very, very important. I hope my Tableau screen is visible. So now see what happens exactly. This how do let's say I want to see the segment wise. I have 4 segments: consumer, corporate, and home, and I want to see the profit. Okay, so this is the first thing, profit. Okay, now I can change the color. I want any color is fine. Now if I want to change the width of the bar, then you can go to the size, you can change the width. Okay, that's upon you, from a particular line to big, but this will not make sense for a bar, because a bar in the bar chart, the bar should be at a distance. Okay, so if you can see here, there is a particular marker made on this entire line. This is the most appropriate. This basically changes according to the values you have placed in the column shelf and row shelf, and mostly if you place your width size here, it will give you the most appropriate bar. If you want a little more, then you can go something like this. Okay, so now that's one thing. Now, what is the use of the label column, label part in the marks card? Okay, when you share labels and show mark labels, see here. First thing is this. If you go to a particular bar, you will get certain information about what that bar is about. Okay, that is segment is consumer, profit is this much. Okay, it's telling me which segment and what is the profit they have made. Now, this particular information that you are seeing here, segment and profit written inside a box, this is called a tooltip. Okay, and here you have this option also called tooltip. But if you go to the label option here, and if you click on show mark labels, you will directly get the values written above the bar. Okay, that is it's basically an essential information display. So suppose you don't want to go there and show the value, you want to specify the numerical value on the top of the bar, then you can do that also. Now, then there is something called, I'll come to detail later. I'll show you tooltip. So I already told you what the tooltip is. Now, if you want to see, let's say edit the tooltip, then you can write something here. Okay, and then just click on OK. Right. So that is the meaning of tooltip. Okay, tooltip is basic, and here, like a normal edit text, you can apply, okay, indentation, bold, italics, underline. What should be the size of the tooltip? Okay. Now, if you want to insert something specific, full name, username, and all that in the tooltip, you can do that. Okay. So that is the usefulness of tooltip. Now we should come to detail part. Now, what is the meaning of detail? See, if I want to highlight this bar with certain specific information, now this is segment wise profit. Now I also want to highlight the shipment mode here. So I don't want to drag the shipment mode in the columns. In the same bar chart, on the basis of the segment, I have how many segments? Consumer, corporate, and home office. On the basis of these three segments, I also want to display that in each segment, what is the how the shipment mode has contributed for the sum of profit. So what I'll do is I will just take shipment mode in detail. Now, if you see here, it is telling me or highlighting within the consumer segment how much value first class has provided, how much profit first class has made, how much profit same day has made, how much profit second class has made, and how much profit standard class has made. And this is for each of the consumers. Okay. Now, if you this is the first thing. Now, if you want to highlight all these four in different colors, then you can do that also. You can just go and add here color, and it is highlighting in four different colors in each of the bars. So now if somebody asks you or your client asks, so in which is the highest contributing shipment mode for each type of segment, then you can easily identify. See here on the right hand side, you can see an index. The index is orange, is the bar with the longest values in each of the three graphs. So you can simply say standard class. Standard class is providing with the most profit in each of the segment, that is consumer, corporate, and home office segment. Okay. So that is the use of the detail part. Now, here again, you can change the size also. So now what happened when I change the size? Based on the shipment mode and how much profit they have contributed, the width of the bar is continuously changing. The most has been made by standard class. The width has the it has the most width. Then second class, less width than most standard class. Then same day has lesser width, and finally, okay. So based on the profit that they have contributed, the width of the bar is changing in the same bar. In the same bar, according to the shipment mode, the width is changing. So that is the use of size here. Okay. Now, if you change here the tooltip also, see shipment mode, consumer. Okay, they have not included the shipment mode here. What you can do is you can basically then go back to lay color. I'll keep measure only. I'll keep it as a dimension. Yes. So once you have changed it to dimension, discrete values, then on the basis of each shipment mode, the color has changed. Okay. Now the next thing is, I don't want a bar graph. I want something else. I want a line graph. So you can get a line graph also. So this is the use of the marks card. Okay. So that was the usefulness of that. Now, when you do a line graph, you can change the see, for each different kinds of bars, there is a sixth option that happens. Okay. So if you go to the path, see the path option here is a straight line. Okay. Now, if you want to change it, you can change it to this also. If you want, you can change it something like this also, based on what is useful and necessary for you. Now, suppose I want this, but I want these lines, dashed lines, or I want dotted lines. Again, you can make the changes as per your requirement. Now, there is another type of graph which is called a scatter plot. So suppose if you are plotting two continuous measures, okay, let's say I want to see how discount percentage is affecting the profit. Okay, second, how discount percentage is affecting the profit. So now this is called a scatter plot. And generally, if you go for automatic, this is now see, basically what this is telling me is the total value of discount percentage and the total profit. Like how much for 1,561 discount percentage, what is the profit value? This data does not make sense at all. I don't know what this means. Okay. What is the usefulness of this? Okay. No use. What I can do is, instead of sum of discount, I can show average discount. Okay. Now the average discount it's having is 15.6%. And let's say in the measure again in the profit also, I want average profit. Now the next thing is I want to see how it affects for each subcategory of product. I want to see how it affects for each subcategory of product. So I can add that into the detail column, and it will show me, if you click on any bubble, you will see the which subcategory copiers. What is the discount percent? 16. What is the average profit? 817. Okay. But all of these are in green. I want to change it. I want to show it with different colors. I will simply go to the color bar, and for each color on the right hand side, you can see there are colors according to the subcategory. You click on any bar, and then you will see what are the what is the discount percent, what is the average discount percent, and what is the average profit for that subcategory of product. Okay. Now, suppose I also want to include the category of products also here. So I can simply add it into the detail bar. Okay. And so now what will happen is it will include category, subcategory, average discount, and average profit. Okay. And if you want, you can change the color here also. So again, it has made a combination of which category and which subcategory, category and subcategory. It has made combinations, and accordingly it has highlighted. Okay. Now that is the meaning of this detail. Now there is another thing called when you create a line chart, you get an option to change the line type. Okay. Similarly, when you go to the shape, when you draw something like a scatter plot or something, there is a shape option which comes. Now in the shape option, you can change. See here, the shape is this. Suppose I want this, you can change that. Again, triangles, plus signs, cross marks, this. So whatever, if you want to go to more shapes. Okay. So whatever shapes do you want to see, you can change the shape. Okay. So that is another option. Now let's say I don't want bar chart here, I want something square map, so I will get squares also. Okay. I want to see here circles, you will get circles. So that was the use of the marks card. So everything clear till here, the marks card part. Now we'll continue with the so marks card is basically, if you are good at using the marks card, you have at least completed the basics of the Tableau visualization. It's very crucial. Okay. So now how will you get good at this? Basically, you have to practice a lot. So the objective is that the more different kinds of data you work with, the more handy you will get with using marks card and actually creating and understanding the different kinds of visualization.